Hi guys, good evening.
Good evening.
So let's start our scenarios. And the next scenario is write a SQL query to find the employees who are senior to their manager. How generally we calculate? If you know the employee experience and the manager experience, then only you can compare, right? Am I right or not? Who are senior in the sense senior to their manager. So if you calculate the employee experience and the manager experience, so then you can compare and you can come to know that either the employee is senior to the manager or not. Okay, so how you can get the manager experience, employee experience, how you can get? How you can get employee experience?
Date diff
Select star from.
employee
So date diff of
hire date
hire date comma
get date
get date as employee
experience.
experience. Okay, do you directly get the manager experience here?
No,
All right, if you want to get the manager experience, how what you need to do? So if you want to get the manager information, what you need to do?
join
You need to perform self join, right? Okay, yeah, join employee B. So before that, just let's check this. So it is E. I have given A and here everybody. See, you are getting an employee experience. And next, joining B on A dot manager ID equals to B dot
employee
employee ID. Guys, you guys are not practicing. Okay. Sorry.
E dot employee.
B dot employee name as manager name, comma. Same thing you do. Here instead, it would be B. So here it is E dot manager ID, not A dot. Okay, this is what?
manager experience.
Manager experience. Just run it. See, guys, 31 years of experience. You got it or not?
Yes.
And now, what is our question? Who are senior to their manager? Which means whatever the derived columns we have defined, this is the employee experience
Greater than
greater than
manager experience.
Run it. Only we have this. This is the clerk. Sandran, employee who has a 38 years of experience and his manager's experience is only 31. Okay. Next, write a SQL query to find the employees whose grade is 4 and salary between minimum and maximum. Whose grade is 4? From where you can get the grade information?
Sal grade
Select star from employee A. Join
sal grade
sal grade B on A dot salary
salary between B dot
min sal
sal and
B dot
B dot max sal.
max sal. So here you can take A dot star all the details of employees and B dot grade,
Grade.
which is grade. Here what we have asked is whose grade is 4. B dot
Grade equal
equals to 4. That's it. All the employees who are belongs to the grade 4 employees. Okay. And next, write SQL query to find the employees excluding marker or edit headline. So what you need to do? Select
start from employees.
star from employee
Where
where
job name
job name is some
EMP name.
name, right?
Where EMP
Employee name
not in marker comma headline.
marker. Guys, please mute yourself, please.
రీడింగ్ పీరియడ్ లో పెట్టారు కొంతమంది రీడింగ్ పీరియడ్ మ్యామ్ దగ్గర ఆ పీరియడ్ లో పెట్టారు
Anjani, can you please mute yourself? Or Bhavani? Let me mute. Okay. Okay. And they should be production department. And department head equals to production or audit. So, do you have the production department information in employee table?
No sir. Department
So then-
table.
Join
Department
be on A dot
department ID.
DEP ID equals to B dot
DEP ID.
DEP ID. And here you can say A dot EMP name and B dot DEP location, not location, DEPT name in production
Comma
audit. See here,
and
let's say first run this query. So there are, if you exclude these two, there are 12 employees and they are belongs to production and audit department. Okay. You can keep this, might be a spelling mistake might happen. You can copy that. So production department and joined after 1991, which means,
hire date A dot hire date.
okay,
1991
greater than
1/1/1991.
91, 12, 31.
30
Or you can say a higher date less greater than or equals to 1992 010.
010.
Either you can do. Okay. See, these are the two implies. Okay. Next, write a SQL query to find the department location of employee Claire. Claire employee location. Select
Start from employee
where
EMP name
EMP name equals to
Claire.
Claire. And need a department location. So where you have a department location?
Department table.
Department table.
So you need to join the employee table with
EMPA.
A join department D on A dot DEP ID equals to B dot DEP ID.
D dot Sir, department D, sir.
Yeah, let me change B. Okay. A dot empid comma A dot emp name comma A dot dep location. This is what they have asked, right?
Sir, B dot DEP location.
Yes. So that's why I see it is saying invalid column name, but column name is correct only. Column name is correct, but you are taking that column from a different table. You are taking, if you keep A, here the department location, SQL is searching in employee table, but this column is available in department table. That's why it is saying invalid column name. Okay. B. Sydney. Okay. Next. Write SQL to find the location of all the employees working in either finance or audit department. Find the location of all the employees. Location of C. Location of all the employees who are working in finance or audit department. So here instead of employee name, what needs to be there?
Job name. Job name in
Department, finance or audit. Where it will be there? Here, right?
In finance.
Sir.
Audit.
Finance. Audit. Okay. Just on it. These are the employees. And next, what they have asked, sort the result set in ascending order of department ID. So what you need to do here, keep the department ID as a data department ID. Order by
order
A dot
A dot department ID.
DEP ID. So if you are not mentioning anything, by default it is
Ascending.
ascending order. See. Okay. If you want to know department name also, you can keep it B dot DEP name, so that you can validate the data as well. Finance and audit department. Okay. Write a SQL query to find the employees along with the grades in ascending order. Along with the grades. If you want to have the grade information, what?
Cell grade.
Cell
From employee join
cell grade.
sal grade
Employee A. Salary grade.
B on A dot
Dot salary between B dot
B dot
min salary and max
Min.
B dot max salary.
sal and
B
B
dot
dot
max salary.
max sal. Okay. So star A dot
A
star
dot
and
B
B
dot
dot grade,
grade.
and in which on which column they're asking to order?
Grades.
Order by B dot
B dot sal
grade.
grade.
If I am not mentioning ascending or descending, by default it is see. Coming or not? Here, for you to find all the employees along with their grades in ascending order. Write a SQL query to find the employees according to the department in ascending order. So what they want to mention? Employee name, job name, department, salary, and grade. So if you want to get the salary and the grade from which column? So the same join.
Cell grade.
Same join, right?
Yes.
So here, take this, and what are all required? A dot EMP name,
A dot job name.
A dot job name,
A dot
A dot
department.
DEP ID. Suppose in place, if you want department name, then you need to make a join of department. as well.
Department.
Okay. A dot
Salary.
B dot grade. And required in a department ascending order. Order by A dot DEP ID.
EPID.
See, the department order, department ID. 1005 next, 2001 next, 300.
Can we join 3 tables in one
Okay.
query?
Is anyone asking any question?
Krishna, can we join 3 tables in one query?
Yeah, we can. Already we did in the above, right? Already we did that. Some of our query. See here. You can join a number of tables. And if you are joining n tables, n-1 joins is required. So here 3 tables we are joining. So 2 joins are required. 3 tables. If I say n and you need n-1 joins. Here I have joined 3 tables, 3 minus 1, 2 joins is there. This is 1 and this is 1. Okay. But when you are joining those tables, you must need a key column. That's it. Okay.
If there is no requirement of key column between 3 tables.
Your voice is very low. I'm not able to hear you at all.
To join 3 tables, there is no necessity between 3. In 3 tables, key column should be equal. Key.
Guys, I'm only not able to hear, or you guys are also.
No, sir, we are able to hear. She's asking that if we want to join 3 tables, is it necessary to have key columns in both the in all the 3 tables?
Yes, yes. See, not all the 3 tables. Let's say you are joining A, B.
There is no key column in all the
Okay.
tables, right?
Then A and B should have an key column.
Key column.
And then you are joining the third table. The third table should have a relation between either with A or with B.
Okay.
Okay. But there should be a relation. See here, we have an employee table, department table, and salary table. So employee table has a relation with the department table on department ID. And we have one more table called sal grade. Sal grade has no relation with the department, but the sal grade has a relation with employee table. Okay. Like that. You should have.
Krishna,
Yeah.
Krishna, I have one doubt here. Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Can we perform different types of joins by joining 3 tables? I mean, inner join and left outer join like that.
You can keep.
Okay.
Depends upon the output you need. You can keep.
Okay. Thank you.
See here, I am just keeping a left join.
Okay.
Depends upon the requirement. So since you are applying, so here what the left join will do is, what the left join will do,
It will give all values from left table.
matched
Unmatched
records,
from first pick.
Matched
unmatched
and
records.
unmatched record from left table.
But here the condition that applying on the left table or right table. The
Left
condition
table.
that in the
Left
where class, the
left
condition
table.
I am applying on where is.
Left,
So
left
when I am
table.
applying this condition, so from the employee table, how many records will come?
Only one.
Only one.
Only one.
Though you are applying left join, it is giving you only one.
Now
Left
we
join
can
means the people might expect. So it's though you are requesting for only clear, but you also need the remaining records with the department location is null. But when you are joining the 2 tables and you are keeping a condition on the left side table in a where class, so that will work like a join only.
Actually, I'm not asking here on here. I'm asking you have joined the 3 tables, right? There I'm asking.
Yeah, you can use left join. It's purely based on the requirement. See
And
here,
there's different joins here, right?
see here, if I do left join, what will happen? So there was one more record we have, right? So 1005 department is there. See, let me run this query without these where conditions. Okay, without these where conditions, I am just running this query. Invalid minimum salary.
Minimum salary.
min and sal, min underscore sal.
Okay. Okay, see, 14 rows. Okay. Actually, how many employees are there in the employee table? We have
15.
15. Okay, when I am using a join here, what is missing? So unmatched
Another-
record is missing, which
Another
means
record will come.
left. If I do left join now,
15 will come.
you are seeing 15 records, right? See here 1005. 1005.
Five.
So if you use left join here, if you want this record, then you can use left join. If you don't want this record, use join. Left
Okay.
join. So here the salary, the relation between sal grade has a relation with which table? Employee table only. So for this record, unmatched record, what are the salary? Is 1400, and that 1400 is there within this min and max, or it is crossed. So what are the salary that we are paying is within these ranges, then not a problem. Okay, if those are not in the ranges, which is beyond the value, then it will populate the grade as null. It will populate the grade as null.
Null.
See here we are getting a grade as 2. Just run this. Nothing changed. See, same. Okay, got it?
Okay.
You can keep. It is purely depends upon your requirement. That's it. Okay. Write SQL query to find those employees work in the department 1001 or 2001. So will you able to write this query?
Yes, sir.
Simple. Employee ID is directly coming from the employee table. Employee name will coming from directly. Salary also will come directly. Department will also come directly. And grade. If you join with the sal grade, you will get a grade. And experience come from where?
Employee table. Employee table.
Employee.
Employee table. And annual salary?
Employee.
Okay. So employee. So you can write it, right?
Sir.
Just a moment, guys. Okay, this anyway you can work. And write SQL query to list the details of employees. Write SQL query to list the details of employees along with the details of their department, which means employees with their department details, which means you need to join employee and department table both. And all right, both employee information and department information, like department name and location as well. You guys can write this, right? This one
Yes.
straight away. Employee, select star from employee,
Right.
join department on A dot department ID equals to B dot department ID. That's it. In the select clause, you can keep star. Next, write SQL query to list the employee ID, name, department ID, location of all the employees. This also you can write, right?
Yes.
Employee ID from employee table, and name from employee table, department ID from employee table, and location from department table. Simple join. Okay. Next, write SQL query to find the employees who work in the department ID 1001 or 2001. Here, employee ID, employee name, department ID, department location, department name. This is also the same.
Same.
Join both employee table and department table and get employee ID, employee name, department ID, department location, and department name. And those are not belongs to this department. Who work, sorry, should belongs to 1001
comma 200.
and 2001. These are straightforward.
Yes.
Okay. Next, write a SQL query to find the employees whose salary is in the range minimum and maximum salary. Simply nothing you need to do.
Ascending order.
Simple. Join employee table with the salary grade table. That's it. Employee ID, employee name, salary, and grade. That's it. Already we did, right? Join the employee table with salary grade table.
Yes.
And take employee ID, employee name, and salary from the employee table, and grade from the grade table. Okay. Next, write SQL query to list the managers and number of employees work under them. List the managers and number of employees work under them. So, how many employees are working under each manager? They want to know. How you can get?
Self-join group by
Select manager ID, comma, count of 1, right? That is right. Under the manager ID, how many employees are working? Group by manager ID. See, under null, 1 is working. Under 65646, 2 are working. This manager 5. If you want to know the name, of the manager, so A join
Employee
by
B.
B and A dot same manager ID equals to B
B
dot
dot employee.
manager ID. A dot manager ID equals to B dot, sorry, employee ID.
Employee ID.
Yes, employee ID. So here you can take, instead of manager ID, B dot manager name, B dot job name. Okay. Either you can take job name or manager name. So I'm just taking a manager name here and keep this manager name in the group by. We don't have a directly available manager name. So employee name as manager name. Just run it. Place 5, Claire 2, Frank 1. So you got null is last, you lost null, right? So because you don't have any manager for them, that's why we left. So if you want that as well, keep left out or join. See, null anyway 1, Blaze 5. Under Blaze, 5 employees are working. Under Claire, 2 employees are working. Under Frank 1, and Jonas 2, Ailing 3, Scarlett 1. Is what? So query to list the managers and number of employees working under them.
Sir,
Someone asking some question?
yes.
Yeah, please.
Count of 1 ఎందుకు ఇచ్చారు సార్?
Yeah, you can take count of star as well. Count of 1 in the column order position. See, I'll simply show you. Select count of star from employee. How many records we have? 15. Okay. And what is the column position from employee? Commission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Select count of 1, comma, count of 7 from employee. Okay. I'm using count of star as well. Just see. Count of 7 should not give. Let me write.
Krishna, maybe you should start before count of star.
You can use anyway, not a problem. But you should mention column name, I believe. So there is no much difference between count of star and count of 1. Okay. But if you keep a column name, commission. See, you are getting only 4. Count of star is giving total count and count of 1 is also giving total count. But count of column name is giving only 4 records, which means it is excluding the nulls while counting.
Count 1 means count column number 1, right?
Yes, yes. It should take like that only, but here it is not taking. I'll check and I'll let you know. Count of 1 is the column position.
Star means what, Krishna?
Wait. Let me take a 6. This ordinal position. Ordinal. I'll check the ordinal position index is starting from 0 or something. I'll check and I'll let you know. But a count of 1 in the sense this is a column order, column position. This count of 1 is this column 1, and this is a column 2. If you want to know the odd position, you can check it here. Select star from information underscore schema dot tables where table name equals to employee. Table name equals to employee. It's not tables from tables, it should be from columns. You need a columns information, right? See, ordinal position is starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, count of 7 also should give us the same what commission is giving, but it is not giving. I will check and I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay. In tomorrow's session, I will check and I'll let you know why it is missing. When you are keeping a column name, see in the commission column, how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Remaining are nulls or not? So when you are doing a count of column name, it will exclude the nulls. It will exclude the nulls. This I will tell you only. Why even in place of commission, if you keep a 7, count of 7 also should give the same, but it is not coming. I'll check what is behind that and I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay. Next, write a SQL query to count the number of employees of each designation in each department. Write a query to count the employees. If I do select count of star from employee, so what it will give?
The records in employee.
Total count of total count. Okay. But here what I have asked, number of employees each designation. Designation in the sense what? Job name or not? So group by job name. In each designation, how many employees are working? Suppose let's say software engineer, how many employees are there? Senior software engineer, how many employees are there? And team lead, how many employees are there? A manager, how many employees are there? Okay. And in each department, so this analyst, let's say I have a development department and a production department in my company. Okay, in development department also I have an analyst and I have a manager and I have a team lead and everyone. And also in the production department also I have an analyst, I have a manager and I have a team leader and software engineer, everything. So when I do directly at a job level, both it will not think about the department he belongs to. Simply how many analysts are there in the company, how many clerks are there in the company, and how many managers are there in the company. But here our question is, in each department, analysts are how many? In the department, how many clerks are there? In the same departments, how many team leads are there? That's what. So if you want to make that, you need to keep department ID. So keep DEP ID in the group by. See. This is the multi-row functions. You remember, guys, segregation functions. We have discussed all these. See, let me know. So if you want to keep order by 1, which is order by 1 is department ID. See, 1001 clerk, only one employee is there. In 1001 department manager, only one manager is there. And 1001, only one president is there. And when it comes to 1005, only one clerk is there. But in 2001 department, analysts, 2 analysts are there. In 2001, 2 clerks are there. And 2001, only one manager is there. You got the information or not?
Yes, sir.
This one. And next, write a SQL query to find those departments where at least 2 employees are working. Where at least 2 employees are working. So how to get the count? First, count of star from employee. Okay.
Order group by
Find the departments where at least 2 employees are working. So department. So in which the departments where at least 2 employees working. Information kavali. So first nene em cheyali? Department wise employee count techukovala ledha. So I need to get a right or not?
Department ID.
Group by
department ID.
So what it is coming? Department wise.
How many people?
How many employees are working? You came to know. You know. Now, next question is, I don't want all these. I want only the employees, only the departments. At least 2 employees are working. In 1001, 2 employees are working. In 1005, only 1 is working. So this is not valid. 2001 is okay and 3001 is okay. And if you want to get only these 3, then what you need to do?
Where count
of star is less than or equal
Where
to
you want to write a where?
group
after
by.
group by.
After group by. If you want to filter the data after group by, what is the clause we need to use?
Having,
right? You can't use
having
after grouping the data, you need a filter. Having
count
same,
star
whatever the
less than-
condition that you have used in the select list, same aggregation you have to use here. At least 2 employees. At least 2 employees should work means greater than or equals to 2. Okay. Next, write SQL query to list the grade, number of employees, and maximum salary of each grade. Chapani. Grade. Where the grade will come? First join that from employee A, join salary grade B on A dot salary between
B dot min sal and
and
B dot max sal.
Max sal. Okay. Where? No, grade. So B dot grade. Grade is coming from where? B dot
Grade.
Okay. Then what they are asking?
List of number of
employees, which is number of employees count.
Counts.
Which will give us count of star. Okay. Employee count.
Sir, count of star, how did it take from employees, sir? అది salary grade నుంచి కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా సార్. అప్పుడు ఏ డాట్ కౌంట్ స్టార్
ఇక్కడ ఎలా తీసుకుంటే ఏమైంది నీకు? జాయిన్ కదా. జాయిన్ అంటే మ్యాపింగ్ రికార్డ్స్. See, employee table and you are doing a join salary grade. In which table
Yes.
it is taking? It's fine, right? You are using a
Yes.
join.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Join. The
No.
join will give us a matching records.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where? So here and maximum salary of each grade. Next, maximum salary is how?
P.
Max is the function, right?
Yes.
So no where condition is required because they have not asked for any filter. So you need to use group by. If you are using any column along with the aggregation functions, that column must be there in the group by. Otherwise, it will throw error. See, grade 1, 3 employees is there and the maximum salary is 1200. And grade 2, 4 employees are there, maximum salary is 1400. And grade 3, 2 employees are there and maximum salary is 1700. And grade 4, 5 employees is there and maximum salary is 3100. And grade 5, only 1 employee is there and the salary is 6000. Okay. If you want to calculate the min also here, you can simply min of salary as well. See. In this grade 1, 3 employees are working. The minimum salary in this grade is 900 and the maximum salary in the grade is 1200. Like that. Okay. Since here only 1 employee is working, min salary is the same and maximum salary is the same. Okay. Next, write a SQL query to find the departments where at least 2 employees work as a salesman each grade. Write a SQL query to find the departments where at least 2 employees work as a salesman. The employee should work as a salesman. Okay. So how will you write? Cheppandi. Select in the select DEPID comma count of star from employee
A.
group by DEPID.
DPID.
Okay. For I am just taking this. Okay. And at least employees working having count of star greater than 2 are equals to at least, right? So but here what is the question we have? At least 2 employees and work as a salesman. Those employees should be work as a. So I want to list the departments where at least 2 employees are working with a salesman as a salesman. But have you mentioned anywhere that you are selecting only salesmen?
No.
No, where you need to select, where you need to filter the data. So in this employee table, you have employees with all the designations, right?
Yes, sir.
You need to select only the employees with the salesman. Where you will write the filter condition?
Employee. Where,
Before group by class.
Before group by. Before group by, I need to filter
job name
equals to
equal salesman.
salesman. Okay. Then only 1 department is there. So this is how they want is this information they want is at each grade level. So if you want to do that, A join
Sal grade.
grade,
B on
B on A
dot salary
between
B dot min sal and
min sal and
B dot max sal.
max sal. See here in 3001 there are 4 salesmen were there. 4 salesmen were there. Might be all of these 4 salesmen not belongs to the same grade. Possible or not?
Yes.
So keep the B dot
Grade.
and keep this B dot date in the
Group.
by as well. Just check now. See, there are 2 salesmen under the grade 2 and there are 2 salesmen under the grade 3. Okay. Next, write a SQL query to find the departments where less than 4 employees are working. I want to know the departments where the departments working with less than 4 employees.
Select the DEP ID,
Hmm.
comma, count star
Hmm.
employee
Group by
group by DEP ID, having
count of star
count of star greater
less
than
than
or
less than 4.
Less than 4 employees.
less than.
Only these two. Okay. Write a SQL query to check whether the employee IDs are unique or not. Chapman.
Select
Employee
star.
IDs are unique or not, I just wanted to know. Unique in the sense, in this table, the employee ID is having only one, with the same employee ID. Do you have a single record or multiple records? I need to check. How do you know this given employee ID has only one record or 2 records in the table?
Distinct.
Distinct will give you the distinct. It will remove the duplicate record and it will give you only one. Suppose if employee ID has repeated 4 times, if you use distinct, it will come only one. But I don't want that. I want, if employee ID is repeated 4 times, I want employee ID comma 4. Employee ID 4 means 4 records are there in the table.
EMP ID, comma, count
EMP-ID comma
count
star from
employee
group by
EMP
ID.
So employee. Okay. All one. So what I am asking, unique or not? Unique or not, and if one record is there, then it is fine, valid record. If 2 is there,
Not valid.
not valid. So then what I need to do?
Where
Having.
Where count?
Need to filter
Sir,
after grouping, right?
sir,
Having
count star
not
not
equal to
greater than 1.
Not greater than 1.
Greater than 1 in the sense?
1. It's more
duplicates.
than 1.
So if I do greater than 1 means if any employee having 2 records will come, right?
Yes, sir.
So no employees are there. So remember this. This is the query to identify the duplicate records in the table. Generally, in the employee table, with the same employee, there will be no other record, right? With the same employee ID. If it is there, it is a duplicate record or not? How
Yes,
do you
sir.
identify the duplicate records? The employee ID comma count of star. If from employee group by employee ID, having count of star is greater than 1. If employee ID count is greater than 1 and then more than 1 record unte table lo, which is a duplicate. So then you need to identify. So first, if you want to delete a duplicate record from a table, first you need to know how to identify the duplicate records in a table. This is how you can identify the duplicate records in a table. Okay. So next, write a SQL query to find number of employees and average salary. Group the result set on department ID and job name. Group. So select count of star
as employee number of
employee count and AVG of salary as average
salary
salary from
employee
and group the result set on what?
department ID.
So
DEP
department ID
comma job name.
job
name.
Okay.
Group
by
DEP ID.
keep these two in the okay. DEP. Okay, these guys. These are the scenarios. Anyone has any doubts? You need to practice, guys. Otherwise, while explaining it, you feel that it is easy, but while working on your own, you feel it as a complex. So first you need to start practicing it.
Krishna, explain once again 27th.
Sorry?
Explain once again 27th scenario. Unique duplicate scenario.
This
26.
Yes.
So it's a simple, right? So let's say I have a table and I want to identify the duplicate records. I ask you to check whether the table has the duplicate records or not. How will you check? Let's say I have a student table or employee table. Okay. Let's say take employee table. So in employee table, I have given you and I ask you to check whether this table has the duplicates or not. How will you check? Forget about the SQL. I have given you in Excel, all this data in Excel. So how will you check?
Check primary key.
No, I am forget about the SQL. I am just asking if primary key is there, then how the duplicate will allow? Primary key will not allow you to store duplicates, right?
Okay.
Okay, I have
We
this
check
data in
unique
Excel.
column. We check unique column.
So first, if you want to identify the given record is a duplicate or not, first you know in this table what is the granularity of data. What is the data granularity? Okay. In our scenario, in the employee data, so employee ID should not be repeated. Employee ID should not be repeated. What does it mean? So with the same employee, we should not have more than one record in the employee table. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So then I want to check in this table, do we have more records with the same employee ID or not? Then how you can check?
Count.
Count is the function which will give the number of records. On what you need to check from this table. So employee is the key column in here, on which we are not expecting any duplicates. So if you keep employee ID in the select list and group by, so what it will take is it will group on employee ID. If it has more than one record, then it will give 2. Then it will give 2. Okay. If any employee ID is having a duplicate record in this, then it will give, see, till here without having class, what it is giving, this employee ID, with this employee ID we have only one record. So no employee has 2 records in this table. Suppose if any employee has 2 records, then here it will display 2. Okay, so it will display 2. So on this data set, what I am doing is I don't bother about the records which are with 1, which is valid record only, right?
Yes.
I am bothering about the duplicate records. If the record count is greater than 1, means it is a duplicate record or not. That employee has a 2 record. If the employee has a 2 records, means it is a duplicate. So that's why what I'm doing is count of star is greater than 1, so that only that record will come. So let me do one thing. I'm just inserting insert into employee select star from employee where emp id equals to, so I'm inserting the same record again, one record to the employee table. So one row is inserted. Now if you check this, so here 66666 employee ID has 2 records. 2 records means generally in this table employee should have only 1 record, but here this employee has 2 records. So here we have only 14 records. That's why we can able to see. So let's say in general there will be a lakhs of records. if you want to know how many duplicates are there. So if you filter this data, I just want only this record. What is the condition you will put?
The counter star is greater than 1.
1. If you do this, what will come? Only this record will come.
It is duplicate record, right?
Yes, it is a duplicate record. Then take this record and check. Select star from employee where empid equals to this.
Triples.
Two records. Are these two records values are same or different? You have to check.
Same on.
Same. If this is same, then you can keep either of the one.
Yes.
You can keep either of the one. And you can delete the other one. Okay.
Sir, how do we delete only one?
We'll
If
come
we
there.
give. Okay.
Okay. I'll tell you when we are working with the analytical functions, I'll show you. Okay. Any other questions, guys? First, you understand, right? How to first, if you want to remove the duplicates, means first you should know how to identify the duplicates. If you want to know that whether the duplicates are there in the table or not, so first you should know in this table what is the granularity of the table. What is the granularity of the table? Okay. Any questions, guys? Okay, we are done with joins, and tomorrow I'll start subqueries and correlated subqueries. Okay.
Use
Krishna,
joins.
not out.
చెప్పండి.
General గా friends అడిగాను, but they did not give me the clear answer. MySQL and MS SQL రెండు same ఆ different ఆ?
Different అండి.
Okay, MS SQL means developed on Microsoft for
By Microsoft. Yes.
What about MySQL?
SQL vendor నాకు తెలియదండి, ఐడియా లేదు, బట్ MySQL is different. It's a workbench.
Workbench.
It's a open
MySQL
source.
Okay.
Open source. Yes.
So both are different.
Both are different. Yes. MySQL is different. MS SQL is different. MS SQL in the sense Microsoft SQL Server.
Which you are using right now. మేము ప్రాక్టీస్ మామూలుగా టాలెంట్ లో అయితే మాకు ఇది ఒరాకిల్ SQL డెవలపర్ చేస్తున్నాం మేము.
ఓకే.
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే టాలెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయడం డివి మనము
చేయండి, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. కొంచెం సేమ్ అండి. ఇక్కడ నేను SQL సర్వర్ చెప్తున్నానని చెప్పేసి మీరు రియల్ టైమ్ లో SQL సర్వర్ ఇస్తారని లేదు
కదా. అవును. ఓకే.
రియల్ టైమ్ ఇప్పుడు మీకు జాబ్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ద మోస్ట్లీ ఇఫ్ యూ గో ఫర్ అన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ దే లాస్ట్ SQL క్వశ్చన్స్, నాట్ ద SQL సర్వర్ క్వశ్చన్స్, నాట్ ద Oracle questions. Suppose simply you mention I am a developer and I work for Oracle SQL and PLSQL, then they will go in a deeper. If you are going with the integration tool and you know the SQL language, they will ask you the questions on SQL only. Okay. ఎందుకు అంటే సో ఇక్కడ అదే ఇంటి టాలెంట్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ లోడింగ్ ద డేటా ఇంటూ SQL సర్వర్, సమ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఈస్ లోడింగ్ ద డేటా ఇంటూ Oracle as per their needs, and some projects are loading the data into Postgre. It depends, right?
So we should have the overall knowledge on SQL total.
SQL, that's it. So the everything, the logics, everything is same. Might be some cosmetic changes like the syntax changes would be there. That's it.
Okay. Yes. What about this PLSQL?
PLSQL is a programming language, and it's like a procedures, triggers, functions, packages.
Advanced version of SQL.
Advanced, not like advanced. So here you are writing a statements, right? Single SQL statements. If you want to run all
together,
yeah, then you go for you create a procedure. Okay. And function is like what kind of thing is you have seen the built-in functions, right?
Yes.
If you want to perform your own function,
okay,
to return something, then you can go for user defined function and you'll create your own function and you can use it. That is specific to this database only.
If you want to design something, we can
your own function you want to define, and you want to make use of the function within the database, then you can create your own. Okay. And when it comes to cursor, if you want to process record by record, so let's say I have a 14 records and I just wanted to do something on record by record updation or record by record validation or something like if I want to do. So then I go for a cursors. And triggers is something like a conditions you can put on top of table or DDL triggers or their events. Suppose if you are performing a deletion, I want to track of those record, who has deleted and when they have deleted. Suppose I just wanted to restrict something on this table, then I can create some trigger. Triggers are like conditions you can put on. This is a programming is not like advanced, but everywhere you go, this SQL only will be.
Yeah. Okay.
SQL is the main end.
On.
SQL is the main.
So can we create stored procedures in MS SQL?
Yeah, I will. We have in our last session. We'll discuss on the procedures.
Okay.
Okay. We have subqueries and correlated subqueries, and then we are left with views and views to temporary tables and global temporary tables, and then we are left with the analytical functions, and along with the analytical functions, I'll show you how to remove the duplicates from a table. Okay, that will together one class, and correlate subqueries and correlate subqueries might be one. Tomorrow, please expect and quite plan. It will take quite long, like 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. It will take 15 to 20 minutes more because I need to cover both subqueries and correlated subqueries. Okay. That is one class. And views and temporary tables is one class 2. And analytical functions and removing duplicates is 1, 3. And index is 1, 4. And procedure is 1, 5. We are left with total 5 classes. Okay.
Okay.
Next Wednesday or Thursday we will finish. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir.